What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. All right, so today it's time to get this beast of a Pathfinder some new tires. Now, you're probably wondering why you get new tires. Didn't you just buy the car a year ago? Pretty much. It's been about a year. It'll be about a year in December. It's only got 13,000 miles. And yeah, we're getting new tires for it. So, reason being, of course, quick story time. 3 days ago, I'm in bed, getting ready to go to work. I look at my phone. My wife had texted me, tires low. And I'm not talking about just low, like low pressure tire. I'm talking about the tire was flat. The picture she sent me right here, this tire was gone. It was dead. It was flat. So I get up. She's about 15 miles away from the home. She works a 12-hour shift, so that day she was on her way to the house and got stranded out. Had to wake up the baby, 2-year-old baby, put her in the car, 5 in the morning, 20 degrees outside, and fly down the highway to see my wife. And basically put my impact gun in, pretty much everything to make a spare tire changing quick. And of course, so we ended up putting a spare tire. Of course, the spare tire, as you guys can see, it's just a little tiny donut. They don't give you any full-size spares, just like the other ones here. And the other tire is right there. That's the blown out tire. Now, of course, sidewall is all gone. You could tell, look at the sidewall, it's all just dismantled. And of course, what we found in the tire was she hit something. She says she doesn't remember hitting anything, but she definitely hit something. It was marked around here somewhere. I'll show you guys in a picture here, but it's a gash on the tire. Blew out the tire, and pretty much now we need new tire. So the problem about having one tire blow out on a 4-wheel or all-wheel or 4x4 truck is that you have to have only a certain tolerance. There could only be, I think it's if I'm correct, it's a 3 to 5% tolerance in difference in tread. Now, measuring these tires that the car has on right now, they measure at about 5/30 seconds of tread. That's in outside edge, 5 in the middle, 5 in the inside tread, and about 6 on the inside. So a 30-second difference. And look at the front one. 5:30 seconds. 4 on the inside. 5, and on the very inside of last tread, 5. So we're looking at 5 on the rear, pretty much 5, and then about 5.4. We'll pretty much call it 5 all the way around. Now, 13,000 miles, and these Bridgestones are at 5:30 seconds. I heard people complain, or I've seen people complain on the Pathfinder groups. How can this be? The tires are wearing out too quickly. Here's the thing about tires on a brand new car. There are times that the manufacturer for the tire, not Nissan, or not the manufacturer for the car, but Nissan or whatever the manufacturer for the tires, I should say, Bridgestone, Michelin, whatever it is, sometimes they'll extend a courtesy warranty to people. You have to jump through hoops to get it if you want to. But most of the time, these tires are pretty much not warranty. It's a wear and tear item. Belts, fluids, things like that. Unless you buy a warranty for them, they're all wear and tear items. So if I would have bought a warranty, let's say for that tire, that specific tire would have been covered. But I can't put an 11/30 second tire on a car with already more than half worn tires. That 4-wheel drive, the differential, wouldn't last me a year before I started having issues with the 4-wheel drive system. And that is basically true to almost any single all-wheel drive vehicle. There are some all-wheel drives that have staggered fitment, but if you actually measure the tire, each tire, the radius or the diameter of the tire itself is the same. So if it's like a 30-inch diameter, all the tires are 30 inches. It doesn't matter if it's 285, 35, 20, and the fronts are a different size, but the diameter is all the same. As long as the diameter is all the same, that's all that matters. Now, when I take a 20-inch tire, same size, and throw in a brand new tire, it throws everything off. The diameter might change by ½ an inch, but that's enough to throw the whole 4-wheel drive system out. So anybody out there if thinking of replacing one tire or even just two tires on an all-wheel drive, when the rest of your tires are pretty much done or pretty much half worn, just forget it. You're gonna damage the system. I don't care what anybody says, what all people say. I've ran that before many times. You will damage the four-wheel drive system. You will damage the differential, or you will damage components. It's that simple. So even if you look at your owner's manual, that's what it says. Now, well, Nissan should cover this, right? No, it's not Nissan's responsibility. They tell you wear and tear stuff is not covered. They gave you a car with tires. Yes, they put they put a tire that has less tread, even though it's the same brand, same name. If you go out and buy it at discount right now, the one at discount probably has more tread depth than the one that comes original equipment on the car. And that's for the simple fact of just saving money when they're putting the car together for you. That's all it is, saving a few dollars, an extra few cents. That's all it is for manufacturers. An extra few cents in tires is millions of dollars at the end for them. So, of course, let's just say I didn't have a blowout though, what would be the situation then? Then I'm at 530 seconds all the way around with 13,000 miles. That means in the city I live in, pretty much in the Midwest where you get snow, 430 seconds is pretty much done. You are done at 430 seconds. Any snow or ice, the traction is pretty much almost non-existent at 430 seconds. If we lived in Florida, Arizona, or California, you could wear them down to 3 and 2 and get down to that, basically a tread mark indicator, and get down to that very minimum of 230 seconds. You could run them all day. But since we live in an area where it snows 6 months out of the year, well, not every day, but you know what I mean, then we need to keep it fresh, especially when it's my wife's and my daughter is in this car. So at this point, because one tire blew out, we have to replace all 4 tires. Now, of course, which tires would I be putting on the car? Now, there are a lot of different tires. Do I go with the original equipment again? I don't want them. I never liked Bridgestone that much anyways. I thought they were okay. Never really been a fan of Bridgestone. I'm a big fan of Michelin's, and I'm a big fan of Yokohama's, and also I like BF Goodrich. But mainly Michelin's. I have Michelin's on my Caddy. They're the Pilot AS or 4S's, sorry. That's what I have on the Caddy. And I put Michelin's on my last Pathfinder. The 4Runner has whatever came with it 2 years ago, and they're still good. I think they're Continentals or something like that, but those are going to be getting the AT3. Now, a lot of people, of course, have said to me, hey, why don't you put out off-road type of tires, or all-terrain tire on this car? I've gotten that comment when I did the rims. You should have gone, off-road type of wheel. Remember, it's my car, but it's not my car. It's the wife's car. The wife, this car, or my wife, or this car, are never going to see an off-road situation. Hopefully ever. Maybe some grass, maybe that. Gravel, probably, but never an off-road, true off-road situation. Now, the tires I would like to put on this car are the AT3s. But those are going to be basically going on my 4Runner once I start building that car, when I get the new wheels for it. For now, we need to find a tire that's going to be really good, wet, winter, dry, and heat, summer pretty much. That's all season, but not really an all-season tire, but more of an all-weather. There's a difference. All season, all weather. Now, an AT3, something like that, or a BF Goodrich all-terrain, that's an all-terrain tire. That's off-road. It's got the big knobs, and as it wears, it makes more noise. They are quietly at the beginning, and they look a little bit rugged, and they look good, but again, not something that I want. This is a highway car. This is a street car. It's a mom car. Let's put it that way. So, what tire can we do? We could do basic Continentals, DSWs, or DWSs, which is dry, wet, snow. Those are really good. But I'm going to go with the number 1 tire rated for 2022. And I will have links down below, because I'm not here to argue with anybody. This is in my opinion. But so far, most websites have actually put this tire number 1 for 2022. And that's going to be the Michelin Cross Climate 2. Now, that tire has got a lot of reviews. I'm going to put some videos. I've done my research with the tire. CNET has them as number 1 tire rated overall for all traction. It has the 3 peak mountains with the snowflake in it, which is a winter rating tire, which very few all-season tires get them. All terrains get them usually, and for sure winter tires get them. So it has the compound of a winter tire, but you can use it all year round. That's why it's so good. It also has that directional tread pattern to evacuate water towards the sides. Basically, it kicks the water out from underneath the tire. Something that all season tires usually don't have. I mean, usually some do. Michelin Hydro Edge, or I forget what it was, like that Hydro Edge has them. The Pilot Sport AS used to have them. So, but this is basically a tire that is got a soft compound, but you can still drive it in the summer and drive it in the winter. Now, most people are like, well, it's an all-season tire. No, it's an all-weather tire. Most all-season tires, rubber compound, at about 40 to 35 degrees, get a little bit harder. They freeze up. And of course, as they freeze, it's harder for them to get traction. These don't. Either way, I'm not gonna get too far into it. I made this video mainly to share the experience of what's going on right now, kind of give you guys an insight on when you're replacing tires for this car, and a little bit of insight of things I've seen on Facebook pages and stuff like that, just on for Pathfinders, of people complaining about tires not wearing, lasting them only 15 to 20 to 30,000 miles, which it's true, it's gonna happen. If you don't have to replace tires like I do, yeah, these tires would probably got me probably at this point, another 30 seconds or so. If I want to push it, it probably would have got me till summer. If I was pushing it, that's another maybe 10,000 miles, if that. So I would have ended up with 23,000 miles on this car and new tires. So now that Climate Control 2 Michelin has also got a review, and I'm gonna put that link again below on how long it's lasted. There's a guy that has them on for 50,000 miles, and the tires are still at 730 seconds. So that's the tire we're gonna be mounting on this car today. The car is filthy as well. So basically, for now, I just wanted to leave you guys with some of that. Just kind of like explain to you a little bit about the four-wheel drive and the tires, and when you're replacing tires, that you should replace them in all fours. Only do one tire if you just bought the tires and you got a blowout. For sure, buy one tire. If you're about a 30-second or 2 30-second difference, you're okay. But when you're half worn already, just like this car is, you need to replace all four tires. Yes, no, dealers and tire shops are not trying to take advantage of you. That's just the way it is. Open your owner's manual. It's right in the owner's manual. I'm not even making that up. So I'm gonna put those tires on. We're gonna see how they look after they put on. See what the sidewall look. They're not the prettiest tires in the world. And then after this winter, I will come back with a quick review on it and let you guys know how it felt. My wife herself has said that she's already felt these ones in some slush and snow that we've gotten kind of slip a little bit. So we're gonna see how those actually are. You'll get my review on it, and by the springtime. But for now, let's go ahead and get these tires mounted. I'm gonna take this to the shop, get them mounted onto the car, and we'll see how they look afterwards. Back home, the car is done, tires are mounted. And mainly I wanted to make this video because I won't be able to give you a proper review on the actual tires until like after winter. And we're basically in November, right before Thanksgiving, we're doing this. And I won't be able to do that until after I go through at least 6 months of driving these tires. Now, I've always trusted Michelin. Michelin has always been good to me. Every car I put them on, love the way they feel. It could be a performance tire, an all-season tire, and now being a all-weather tire, or four-weather tire, whatever they call this, and having basically one of the passenger type tires that have the 3-peak mountain on it for severe snow performance. So we're gonna see how these tires act over the next few months, and I will do an update video towards the springtime. But for now, I just kind of want to kind of let you guys know what's been going on and what we're doing with the car. And of course, how the tires have worn so quickly on this car. And unfortunately, it's happening to a lot, even Rogues. The 2021, 22 Rogues are getting tire wear pretty quickly. Nothing uncommon that we see. It's not going to be covered under your manufacturer warranty. Maybe some warranties, Bridgestone may cover this, but in my situation, the fact was that I had a blowout. I had to replace only one tire. Can't do it in a four-wheel drive car, so all 4 tires are getting put on. And why not go with the best tire that's been rated out there for 2022? So that is the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, and again, I will update it, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to keep an update and see how these tires actually perform on this car. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace.